strange, and also I'm not the kind of girlfriend who's gonna want to stay with you when we're at a rave. I want to like be there and see what's happening. Do you know what I mean? So then I started hanging out with other races.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like, oh my gosh, it was like, oh my gosh, it's a different race. It was just like, it's a different guy, you know? I mean, the first white guy that I ever dated was American, and he got suspended for being dodgy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah.
And remember, tell me about the story where you went to Germany for your boyfriend.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, so I was at UCT, right? I was dating this amazing German guy. His name
Not even funny, because there's no Tinder back then, there's no internet.
No, babe. I was at UCT. We were both at UCT. We were students at the University of Cape Town.
Yeah.
So I'd see him on campus and he'd see me, and then one evening we were at the Baxter Theatre, and I was drinking with my friends, and I saw him sitting with a friend of his, and next to the toilet.
Yeah.
So ndamdlula ndathi sorry Puti, I'll give you a kiss if you give me a cigarette. Athi, I don't smoke. Did you my kiss? I still want my kiss. And that's how we hooked up. Yeah. And then we fell in love, and we were in love, and we were inseparable, and we were at varsity. And then he had to go back to Germany, and I was like, I'm not gonna let my boy go. And I had every intention of seeing him, so I flew to Germany, and I told my parents that I was writing a supplementary exam at UCT. So I would phone them on some, it's a bad line, static. Meanwhile, I'm like, ich kommen. Ich kommen.
What does that mean?
I'm arriving.
Oh, I'm coming.
Schnell.
Where's that nigga right now?
Oh my gosh. He still follows me on Facebook and I know on Twitter, and he's just aged very badly. So I don't like acknowledge him, because that was the 90s. Why am I acknowledging him? He's gonna think I'm a stalker.
Yeah.
So he's got a wife, and I've left him alone, and he looks like a dog. So what am I gonna do? Like, go around talking to grenades. Hey, grenade, how you doing?
Yeah. And you studied politics, ne?
I did politics. I did political analysis until my third year, and I had two majors, history and political analysis. And in my third year, I went into that class, that tutorial, the lecture hall, and I was sitting there like this, like, what the hell are they saying? What are they saying? And of course, the student representative council guys. Once I'm like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't. This is not me. So I left political analysis because I just, I didn't get it. It was just not for me. So I stuck with history, and that's what I majored in.
Because you've always loved writing.
I've always loved writing, and my thesis was about gossip. It was about Lady Anne Barnard and how she used to write letters to Britain, telling them what was happening in the Cape. So I've always loved gossip. So naturally,